Hi, I'm Irrelevant. I think the Democrats really want to turn the United States into a banana republic. They have been for many decades corrupting everything they've laid their hands on. Anytime they get into office, they've managed to corrupt that office in whatever way they can. They've done it to judges, they've done it to district attorneys, they've done it to mayors, governors, the presidency. Anything they can lay their hands on, they'll corrupt to no end. And the Republicans are ever so happy to just watch them do it and cheer them on the sideline. When they're not participating as they do sometimes also. And in my opinion, there's a very specific reason why they're doing all of this. In history, every time a population goes through mayhem and disarray, people are looking for a very authoritative figure to follow. They need like a father, paternal figure to come and tell them, hey, I'll protect you, I'll embrace you and make sure you're safe, and to make people feel safe. And very often it ends up in a dictatorship or something along the lines of that, emperor, whatever you might want to call it. And I think leftists, Democrats and so on are doing this intentionally with the intention of essentially creating that figure and having the people want to have that figure so they can give them stability and safety, and then afterwards they can do whatever they want because they have the support of the people. I see a lot of people try to fight back, and I think that's amazing. I always say that you should hope for the best, but you should plan for the worst as well. And I think it's brilliant that people are trying to fight back through the system. I love the system. I think the system is amazing, the system in the United States. It's not perfect. It's a plethora of trade-off that you have to do, but it's a very good system. However, the system has been corrupted. And I think that fighting through the system, I don't know how much you're going to get out of it. I just don't see how fighting through the system it's going to achieve any goal, because at this point, they've corrupted everything. The Democrats have judges, and these judges let criminals go away, and these judges let awful laws continue. Legislatures, Democrats obviously have legislatures, and they do awful laws. Democrats have the executives, and they allow for a lot of crime and illegal immigration and many other things that are not good for the United States or its system in the long run, or even in the short term. I just failed to see, and perhaps again I'm just probably being just a negative Nancy, I just failed to see how fighting through the system will get any results. I hate to be saying this. I want to be wrong, I genuinely do, but it's just my opinion that the people still trying to fight through the system are just latching on to hopes of something that was, but it's not there anymore. And it's like you don't want to face reality and the fact that it's just not there. The founding fathers of the United States had to fight to be able to create the United States. King George didn't allow it to happen. They had to fight for it. They couldn't have done it petitioning the king to allow them to have their own union. So at this point, I don't see how you can petition the corrupt government to allow the United States to keep existing as it was, or as it is, or as it was meant to be. The government is too bloated, the government is too big. I don't see how through this system you can get rid of the excess fat. Again, I hate to be making this point, but I see a lot of people on the right not trying really hard to fight through the system. And again, I really, really want to be wrong. I hope I am wrong. But I see no one making... I see very few people making the statements I am at the moment. These are that I'm aware of. I'm sure someone is somewhere, but I'm not aware of like any big voices out there like making this kind of statements, and they're unfortunate, but I think they have to be made. I think what the system in the United States is something so important and it needs to be preserved, because there's no other country like the United States. And if it's not preserved in the United States, then it should be preserved in another country. But I think that system of freedom, it's been good to all of us. So I think we should fight to preserve it. We should fight for our freedom. And leftists have been taking away our freedoms for many, many, many decades, and we've been willingly giving it away. And at some point it has to be enough. Thank you very much for listening. Never forget, be humble, be brave. Cheers.